Hello travel, tour, and vacation tips YouTube families. Welcome back to the channel. Today you are invited to watch video on top 10 places to visit in Washington, D.C. Enjoy! 1. U.S. Capitol. The Capitol is one of the most strikingly designed and significant structures in the entire globe. For more than 200 years, the Senate and the House of Representatives have convened here. The Capitol, which was first constructed in 1793 and has since been enlarged, renovated, burned down, and repaired, now stands as a memorial to both its creators and the American people and their government. Please be aware that bookings for the tour are necessary to enter. 2. The White House. The White House serves as the President of the United States' official home. The residence of every president save George Washington, it was first constructed in 1792 by James Hoban and reconstructed in 1818 after being destroyed by British soldiers in 1814. Every visitor to Washington will want to see this iconic structure, at least from the outside, even though tours of the interior, which include the East, Blue, Green, and Red rooms, the ballroom, and the state dining room, must be scheduled well in advance through your congressional office or embassy. 3. The Lincoln Memorial. The Lincoln Memorial, the most popular of all Washington's monuments, is located at the other end of the mall from the Washington Monument, across the reflecting pool. 36 columns, one for each of the states that existed at the time of Lincoln's death, surround a 19-foot-tall marble statue of a sitting and reflective President Lincoln. The most well-known piece that renowned sculptor Daniel Chester French has created is this. On the inside walls are paintings by Jules Guérin that depict significant occasions in Abraham Lincoln's life. 4. Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History. This prominent museum, a division of the Smithsonian Institution, was founded in 1910 and is situated on the National Mall. It has the largest collection of natural history specimens and human artifacts in the whole world, including dinosaur fossils and tools used by early humans. 5. National Air and Space Museum. The original Wright brothers flyer from 1903 and Spirit of St. Louis, the first aircraft to fly alone across the Atlantic Ocean, are among the historical aircraft in the collection of the National Air and Space Museum, one of the most visited museums in the world. Here, the Apollo 11 Command Module, which was a component of the first manned lunar landing mission, represents more recent flight history. The science, heritage, and technology of aviation and space travel are illustrated in both ongoing and one-time exhibitions that include subjects such as the employment of air power during the two world wars, the space race, aviation pioneers, and cutting-edge flight and space technologies. 6. The Washington Monument. A well-known landmark of the National Mall, the 555-foot-tall white shaft of the Washington Monument is a stunning sight, especially when reflected in the expansive reflecting pool at its base. The building of the obelisk to remember the country's first president did not go without incident. Congress authorized the idea in 1783, but it wasn't until 1848 that construction really began. 7. Library of Congress. Despite not owning every book ever written, the Library of Congress possesses the majority of them thanks to its 532 miles of shelves and 115 million objects, with 7,000 new ones being added every working day. 8. National Gallery of Art. The National Gallery of Art is one of the best art museums in the world and one of the most visited in the United States. It is housed in two independent buildings that are joined by a tunnel. Its extensive and varied collection includes classics of European and American paintings, sculpture, and decorative arts, and is based on the enormous collection of businessman, and later Treasury Secretary Andrew Mellon. 9. National Mall and Veterans Memorials. Many of Washington, D.C.'s iconic structures and monuments are located along the large expanse of lawns and ponds that runs from the Capitol building to the Lincoln Memorial. The Washington Monument is the most noticeable structure at its focal point, and other war monuments include those honoring Vietnam, Korean, and World War II veterans. 10 National Museum of American History. Very important information of the nation's past which shades light to the present civilization found here. The National Museum of American History, one of the Smithsonian Institution's several museums that line the mall, explores the political, cultural, scientific, and technical development of the United States since the Revolution. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you with another video.